Elite has a lot of key bindings, and even with a well-equipped hoses, you can end up in situations where it can be hard to fit all of them on. But today I'm going to show you a solution that allows you to control your ship from a tablet. Today's video is sponsored by GameGlass. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. So today we're going to look at a piece of software that you can run on your computer and on a phone or tablet or pretty much any touch-enabled device. And you can use that to basically get an additional control panel, like I have here on this tablet, to control various aspects of your ship. The solution is called GameGlass, and they are the sponsors of today's video. But they were very specific and said that they want an honest review, meaning that they want me to say both what I think is good about it, but definitely also where I think things could improve. Today we're going to go on a little mining trip to kind of give this a test. I should say, if you are interested, there's a link in the description to where you can get the tool yourself, and you'll also find an offer code that's going to give you 5% off if you decide to purchase it. So here we are outside the station. I'm just going to put the live feed from the tablet up here on screen so you can see what I'm seeing. The tool consists of multiple what they call shards. It's basically different screens depending on what activity you're doing. Right now we have the flight systems, but we could go to combat if we wanted to do that. We could go to mining or exploration. But for now we're just going to look at the flight systems, and you can see here I have various things like a control, fire heat sink, silent running, analysis mode, like open the system map. If I want that, I can click that and it opens up the system map. I can of course lower landing gear if that's what I want, take it back up again, and it will actually show whether the landing gear is up or down. Same with the cargo scoop, we can see if that's open or closed. So quite neat to have like some basic functionality to control those aspects of your ship. I should mention the sound that you're hearing. You can go into the menu up here in the corner and go into the settings. You can disable the audio if you don't want that that click sound every time you type something. I've kept it on. I think it's actually quite nice. But for now, I think we're going to switch over to the mining shard, and we're going to look at one of the first tools they have, which is the ring finder. In here, we can say if we're looking for a specific type of ring. Let's say, I want to mine maybe some void opals today. So I'm going to go in and say I want to find a icy ring. And if I want a specific like pristine level, let's say I want a pristine ring, then we can do that, and we'll load it up, and it will tell me what rings it knows of that are in range. It only shows a handful, and I've noticed that there are some rings missing, and I really hope that's something they would iron out. For instance, I know there should be icy rings around Delcar 9, which is just around the corner, I think 20 light years away, and that's not showing up on the list right now. I hope that's something that will be ironed out, so we actually get all the known rings. I don't know why this information is not here. First, we're quickly going to go. We're going to set our destinations to Delcar, which I've just done. And if we jump over here to the exploration shard, you will now see we get a list of all the planets that are in our current system. We can see the gravity. They are putting warning labels on them if the gravity is high. And we can also see information about our target systems, what kind of planets are available in that systems. So quite nice. And of course I really like this one that you have target next system en route. Often something that's hard to fit on a hotel, so having that there is nice. Over on the left hand side we have various information like about our fuel, like where's the closest fuel star, how much fuel do we have, and some various other exploration related shortcuts like analysis mode or spectral scanner and stuff like that we can control from over here. But let's just get into the system and let's get mining. So we are in the ring in Delcar, but what is this? We seem to have an NPC pirate. So let's just quickly switch over to our combat shard. Let's launch our hard points, as we can do here. And wait for them to deploy. There we go. And we're going to attack him. We can see here now that we target the hostile. We get information about him right here in the panel. We can see information like where he's from, what his bounty's at, all that information that you would normally have to go to your left-hand screen to see is now available right here in front of you on the combat shard. I of course have multiple other options, like I could cycle through hostile targets, there's only one right now, but I could sit here and cycle through his subsystems if that's what I want to do, or I can control my pips around, even max pips to specific modules. If that's what I'm looking for. So now we're ready to mine, and because we're looking for void opals, well, we're gonna fire off a pulse wave scanner. But luckily, there's a huge button right here in the middle of our interface that we can click, and it will fire off our pulse wave scanner, as you can see. Now, you might have noticed there's a little check mark beneath it that says toggle. If I click on the toggle check mark, like so, and then click the pulse wave scanner, now it will automatically refire the pulse wave scanner as soon as one wave is complete. So as you can see here, I'm doing absolutely nothing right now. It's just continuously firing my pulse wave scanner, meaning that I don't have to sit and hold down a trigger. I can now focus on flying and looking for asteroids. There we go. There was indeed a core deposit, not the voidals we were looking for, but notice here in the UI that now that we have a prospector on it, we again get information up on the rock, like what different materials are in it, and also the core deposit. And quite nice, it puts up the average price of the material, of the core deposit material, which is nice. I'm not sure why it doesn't put up the max price, where that's not a number. But that's really handy if you are in doubt what materials are worth mining or which isn't. Then you could always just look at the prices down there. Just around the corner, I came across another one. I'm pretty sure this one is good as well, so we're going to give this one a go and see if we're more lucky with the core deposits this time. Void opals. Indeed we were. Now you might have noticed here below the pulse wave scanner on the GameGlass interface that there are 3 buttons, a low, medium and high. These are related to the seismic charge launcher. If I click the low one, it fires off a charge immediately because that's a low charge. If I want a medium charge, I'll click the medium, it will charge up to medium and fire that off. And similarly, I guess you can have it what happens if I click the high button, charge up to high and fire it off. Quite neat. It can sometimes be a little finicky if you're trying to hit a fissure and you sit and try to aim and hit the bottom at the same time. Oh, if I want like a high in this one, I would have to sit and aim while I'm firing that off, like so. That can sometimes be a little finicky. I guess it depends. So that's probably not the feature I'll be using the most, but luckily there's a lot of other really good features we'll be looking at here in a second. Now while my limpets are doing their thing and collecting fragments, let's go and let's take a look at the cell location finder here. Now, right now I set it to low temperature diamonds because I was looking at that earlier, but you can go down, you can take a drop down menu and you can select like what materials you want to sell. You can basically just see the stations that are nearby, and right now we have them sorted by distance. We could of course go to price, sorted by price, so we could then see, okay, we have a pretty decent station here, 88 light years away. That would give us 1.18. There's a few things here that I would really like to improve on this specific tool here. First of all, landing pad size on the station would be really nice, so I know if I'm heading to a station with a large or only medium-sized landing pads, because in case like this is where I'm mining in a clipper, that could be quite important. Also, with the recent changes to mining prices, getting the demand at that station listed as well would also be extremely useful. And the last thing I would actually like to see added here would be the ability to, let's say I want to sell here at the first station, and if I click that, it could be really nice if that system name was then copied into my computer's clip holder. I don't know if something like that is possible. I think it should be, but that means I don't have to sit and type in the system name manually. I would just ideally be able to just click on the system, it would put it into my clip holder, click the galaxy map, and I could just go and then Control V it in here, and I didn't have to sit and type it. That would be a really nice addition. Now, setting this up was quite easy. You just go to the homepage. Again, there's a link in the description, and after you made an account, you install the client software on your PC. Then you install an app on your phone or tablet. It supports both Android, iOS, and also Amazon tablets. So I'm pretty sure you're going to find a way to get this thing installed. If you don't want to use the app, there's even a homepage URL you can use and just run it in a browser. So I'm pretty sure if you have a touch-enabled device, you're going to find a way to run this. And that's pretty much it. You log in on both the app and on the client on your PC, and you're good to go. If you're using default key bindings, well, that's pretty much it. That's all you really have to do. If you, like me, use custom key bindings, you will of course have to set up all these key presses yourself. But to be honest, it wasn't really that bad. I just ran through all the key bindings, and just whenever I found a thing that I knew was in the in one of the shards, I just pressed it, and because Elite allows you to have 2 key bindings for the same action, that meant that I didn't have to overwrite any of my existing ones. It was quite painless. It took me like 15 minutes to set up. So setting up was a surprisingly easy thing to do. If you want to just run this for free, you'll get access to the flight systems shard as well as the combat shard. If you want more additional shards, you can either, one, you can purchase the shards individually. These will come at $6.99 per shard, or you can sign up for the Glass Pass. This gives you access to all shards for all the games they have, both current and future, as well as giving you access to change the visual theme of the interface. We'll come back to that in a bit, and it will also give you priority support. The Glass Pass comes in at $3.59 a month, or if you sign up for a 12-month period, you get a 20% discount. And in the description, you also find an offer code, DTEA, that will give you an additional 5% discount. But they're not just doing these shards for Elite. They currently also have shards for Star Citizens, if that tickles your fancy. And I know that they are also planning in the future to launch shards for both Euro Truck Simulator as well as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. There's one last thing I want to show you guys. If you, for instance, use a custom HUD color, you can go up here into the menu, go into settings, and in the settings, you can go into themes, and they have different themes. So if you want, for instance, to go with something that's green, well, they have some predefined ones in here. And there you go. Now you have a nice and green theme. Of course, alternatively, if you want to customize it even more, you can go down here and go make your own and then set up the colors exactly the way you want so that it will match the way your ship look in game. And they've actually made a custom color theme that will fit this challenge color. You can see some screenshots of it here. I think it looks gorgeous, and I'm really looking forward to that being added. Now, there's a few things that I would like to improve. Apart from the stuff that we already talked about having more station information and being able to copy stuff to the clip holder, I would also really like to see something like a jump button on the exploration shard. There seems to be enough room in the shard that you could add one, and I think it fits quite well in an exploration shard to have a jump button. So I hope that's something they would add at some point. And I also hope that we're just going to see more different shards. I could definitely see something like a wing shard where you could like target wingmans and target wingmans targets and like turn, voice comm, all those things. There's like a whole section of key bindings just for managing wings. It could also have like fighter commands, which also has a whole section of key bindings for its own. SRV specific shards could maybe also work. I don't know how much information they can pull out of that, but that could definitely be nice to see. Maybe some quick reference for what the scanners would look like for different types of materials, something along those lines. I think could be quite nice to see as well. So I'm really hoping they will expand on this and add more shards down the line. Future Astro here. After recording the initial video, I learned that they are in fact planning a ship launch fighter / SRV shard. When that will come out, they don't know yet. They don't have a release date yet, and they don't have anything in preview, so I can't show you anything, but it is something that they are working on at the moment. If you have suggestions for shards they could do, or games you think you should cover, or things you think that should be changed in the existing shards, or just completely new features you would like to see added, go down and put it in the comment section. I know for a fact that the developers will be reading it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.